I've had a request to make Cinder toffee, and I'm going to have to cut and patch this video later because there's bits that you don't want to watch a pan boil for about 10 minutes, do you? So I'll cut bits. I'm having a great hair day because it's getting longer and I can't control it, so I'm going to get weirder and weirder looking, but that's Corona for you. Right, for this recipe you need 225 grams of this, that's golden syrup, 500 grams of granulated sugar, a tablespoon of bicarbonate of soda, but you do not put this in until the very end. It's like the magic porridge pot. And you need 2 teaspoons of vanilla essence. Yeah, that one, vanilla essence. And you need some water. You need 90 mils of water as well, so I'll get my jug out for my water. Right, I'm going to get sorted with my pots. For this, you'll also need some silicone moulds, and I put my baking trays just in case it overflows. A trick I use to avoid mess is I put my pan on as my measuring bowl, and then I set it to 0 kilograms. And if you put your syrup in first, so I need 225 grams of syrup. See, I've not got no spoons getting messy. I ain't got no pan, no bowls getting messy. They've got to scrape out. It's going straight into the pan where it needs to be. This is just a tip. I'm not very strong with my left hand, so bear with me. Squeeze. So I need 225 of that. There you go. And then what you do, because you need 500 grams of sugar, you can add it on if you want. What I do is I just put it back. Set it to 0 again. And then I put 500 grams of sugar in. Oh, that was just, wasn't it? Anyone for a cup of tea? Not today. And then the last thing you can put in here is your, just a second, I can't get rid of. I need a teaspoon of this, just a second. I need 2 teaspoons. I'm just gonna put it down a minute. Just have a look at my descale on my kettle a minute. So I need 2 teaspoons of vanilla essence. I'm putting that in now. 1, 2. It's a science, folks. You've got to get exact. You don't want half a jar of vanilla essence in because it won't taste right. And then I need 90 mils of water. You could get your kids on measuring bit, but I won't advise them to do the rest of it because if it spits her out, they might get burned. 90 mils of water. That's all gone into the pan. All gone into the pan together. Like, so it looks like that, yeah. You need a good strong bottom pan. And then you simply put it on the heat. With this, I mean, you've got to bubble it away now. Once it starts bubbling, it's got to reach that hard crack. You know what hard crack phase with toffee? So might take about 15 minutes at most. And you're not to stir it. It mixes by bubbling. That's the hardest bit. You've got to resist that, but you've got to make sure it doesn't burn as well. So keep an eye on it. If it starts bubbling too much, you might have to turn it down a fraction. But it's got to reach that temperature before you do the next stage. So I'll come back to you when it's bubbling away in a bit. For this next bit, you need to get a tablespoon of bicarbonate soda ready. Oh, that's a big lump in it. That's about a tablespoon. It's about a tablespoon, that, isn't it? Magic porridge pot coming up in a bit. So you need that, but you'll also need a whisk. A whisk I use a whisk. I always use a whisk. I should have a ladle on this really because it's going to potentially burn my fingers. For that hard cut stage of your toffee, you need to get a glass of cold water, because when it's been boiling away for about 10 minutes, you can start to drop a little bit into this water, and if it goes crack, you hear it's like making toffee. So if it goes crack when you put it in the water, it's at that stage it's ready. Don't try doing the next stage until you've heard that crack, and it happens more or less instantly when you put the toffee into the water. Okay, thank you. So this is what it looks like when it's bubbling away. It's mixed up nicely, and because I've not stirred it or anything, it's not meant to mess up the side of the pan. So it's just bubbling away just like toffee does. So anyway, what are you folks doing? I'm dressed today. I'm dressed for what I'm doing at the moment. If you're not going out, don't get dressed. Save your washing. Live in your pyjamas. One lot of washing makes sense. And besides, I could go to a shop like this and not be out of place in, don't I? Look at this. Pyjamas. And I've got this on my watch. I've just dropped a little bit into water and it went cracking initially. But when I'm heated it, tiny bit chewy, so I'm just going to leave it 1 more minute and then do it. Okay. So I've got our crack stage. I've dropped it into the water and it's gone hard as soon as I've dropped it in. Can you see? Yeah, so we're at the right stage now for the rest of it. I'm going to end up fat, you know that, don't you? I'll get my pan, remove it from the heat, and you get your bicarbonate soda. Are you ready, folks? Because this goes crazy. Ready? Can you see what happens? It gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you're mixing it up, pour it into your bowls, and it continues to get bigger. It's bloody crazy, this stuff. I put the moulds onto old tins so that if it flows over, it's not going to ruin my tops. There you go, folks. Cinder Toffee 101. This is what it looks like in its silicone moulds. Yeah? And then the reason I do it in silicone is I don't get any waste at all, because it just doesn't stick to things. When it goes cold, I'll just be able to pull this, it'll set, and I'll just be able to pull the silicone off it. And then what I do is I put it into a big tub like this, smash it up and seal it with a lid, and that stops it all from going gooey and sticking together. And if it does stick together a little bit, what I do is I just shake it and give the tub a bang before I open it, and it all comes loose again. Hope you enjoy. We're at that stage now, I think, where I can safely go and put it into a box. So this is my Cinder Toffee. It sinks down a bit, don't worry about that. But the thing is, you want a container big enough to put it in and for it to rise and do its own thing. Oops, we'll have Cinder Toffee all over the kitchen now. So we'll have sticky feet for the rest of the week. And then I just put it into that container. See, this just peels off, so I don't have any wasted toffee apart from the stuff that's just shot all over my kitchen. Wow, it tastes good. Now you just need to pop to Morrison's about 4 years ago, and they were giving these away free if you collected so many tokens. Knife sharpener. It's in the toffee and just get a whack. So it fits in here. Container. That's it. That's all I do. I break it up like that. And these tiny, tiny crumbs at the bottom, they make great chocolates. So all you have to do when you've eaten all your big bits, get some dairy milk, melt it and mix it in with that, and you can make chocolates and they taste beautiful. A lot of cyclists have tried them, haven't you guys? Anyway, hope you enjoy it, folks. Bye.